You may have heard Paul Manafort is facing dozens of charges.
This trial is off to a lightning start.
High legal and political drama going on right now.
The president, I am told, is watching this very carefully.
His first of 2 trials is underway in Virginia, and this one is all about money. In this case, prosecutors have charged him with 18 counts related to tax evasion, bank fraud, and bank fraud conspiracy. In his indictment, prosecutors say there were essentially 2 parts of a scheme. We're going to walk you through key points in Manafort's charges and explain what they say about the larger investigation into Russia's alleged interference and President Trump's campaign. First, prosecutors allege that starting in 2006, Manafort made more than $60 million consulting for and lobbying for pro-Russian politicians in Ukraine. Then, they say he funneled most of that money into offshore bank accounts hidden from the US government to avoid paying income taxes. Then, Manafort allegedly used his millions of dollars in those offshore bank accounts to buy things like luxury cars, tens of thousands of dollars worth of high-end clothes, and numerous multi-million-dollar properties. Prosecutors say Manafort and his former business partner Rick Gates doctored documents, laundered money, and more. During opening statements, Manafort's lawyers blamed Gates for the alleged crimes. Manafort denies wrongdoing. In the second part of the alleged scheme, prosecutors say Manafort turned to other crimes after his work in Ukraine dried up, namely bank fraud. From 2015 to 2017, they say he secured more than $20 million in loans by lying about his income, his debt, and the purpose of those loans. Oh, and remember those expensive homes? Prosecutors say he used those as collateral for his loans. The indictment says the loans allowed Manafort to continue accessing cash without paying taxes on it. Again, Manafort denies wrongdoing. So that's the gist of Manafort's alleged scheme. Now let's look at the big picture. There are a few key questions. Mueller is supposed to be investigating Russian interference and the Trump campaign. So how is this related? While some of the crimes Manafort is charged with occurred while he was chairman of Trump's campaign, prosecutors haven't tied most of those crimes to the campaign itself. However, there is one exception. Prosecutors say Manafort promised a banking executive a position in the Trump administration in exchange for $16 million in loans. So is any of this related to collusion between Trump's campaign and Russia? The answer is no, at least not yet. Prosecutors have said they will not be questioning Manafort about collusion in this particular case, but that's not to say it won't come later. Remember, this is just one of 2 trials for Manafort, and more charges could still come.